Hi, my name is Jeff and welcome back to my workshop. We're finishing up work on the Seaboard Coastline Stump car kit from Tichy Train Group. Today we're going to weather it. We're going to start by adding rust using some craft store acrylic paint. This is a burnt cyan. And I'm just going to do some sponge painting. You can see I've kind of teased the end of the sponge. It's not cut but torn, so I get a little nooks and crannies in there to get an uneven finish. And I'm just using a couple of drops of paint and I'm dabbing most of it off the sponge, so kind of a dry brushing like technique. We want to limit the amount of paint on there. And then we'll lightly tap it onto the model on the interior. This will make for a well rusted interior and give it the look that the interior's had paint damage due to use. With that done on the interior, you can see it's really starting to look like there's some rust there, but it looks like older rust. There should be a lighter color of new rust as well. So we're going to do that. With another color after we take and just put a little bit on the edges as well, where things get dinged as it gets knocked going in and out of the car. And then we're going to use a terracotta paint for a second coat, even more lightly, to give us a contrast of colors so we have different colored rusts. And I'm just putting it right on top of the burnt sienna on my cup, which is pretty much dried by now anyways, and using the same sponge, and again dabbing off most of the paint. Again, we're going to do this on the tops of the car, but we're also going to get it into the interior to a degree. The next step is going to be using Pan Pastels, a number of earth tones and rust colors. I'm going to use the this is a raw umber shade. This is really almost an off-white. It's so light. And just using that, I'm running it down the panels. Again, wiping a lot of it off to control how much is on there, so it's like a dry brushing. But it just kind of fades the gray a little bit in the lettering fairly evenly across. I'll do that on both sides and the ends. And then I'm going to add some dirt with a brown along the bottom where it would get kicked up by the wheels. And just putting a little on the tip of my sponge applicator. Again, I'll do the same thing on the other side as well. And if I think something's too heavy, I can wipe it off the clean section of the sponge. If it's too light, I can add a little bit more of the color. And just working until I get it to look the way I want it, what looks right. And I'm going to add a red oxide to the uprights that are holding the sides in to show where they've kind of rusted from water dripping down them. I'm also going to add that on the grab irons and ladders to show that, to have some rust to those as well. I hadn't done the ends yet, so I'm going to lighten those up. One of the nice things about the era I model, which is the mid 50s, trains had cabooses, so you really don't see the ends of the cars while they're running in trains. You'll only notice it when it's sitting on a siding or in a yard if it's at the end of the track. Okay, with that done, I also want to take some gray. I'm going to use a dark gray here, and again I want to do it lightly and just kind of highlight those ladders before I put the rust on those. Also want to get the brake wheel. And a little bit on the end sills as well. One of the things I like about the Pan Pastels is I can handle the car like this without the pastels coming off on my hands. It sticks to a matte finish really, really nicely. Yeah, I'm also going to use some of the gray and some of the rust on the inside just to kind of blend all the paint together. This is some of the oxide red, so it'll give me a little more rust definition in here. And now I'm using a medium gray to just kind of blend everything together. With that, I'm kind of pretty happy with the way the car looks. A couple of spots that just want to touch up the fading a little bit. But in general, I'm pretty happy with this, and got to add the rust to the post on the other side. Didn't do that before. By the way, I hope you've enjoyed this series. If you have, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you know somebody who's interested, please share the video. If you've got friends who might want to see this, please by all means share it. I'm looking to get to 500 subscribers. We're just over 400, so we've got a little ways to go. So please let your friends who are model railroaders know about the channel. Hey, with that, I'm pretty much done with this car, except for a load. And I will be doing that in an upcoming video. I've got some Woodland Scenics tree stumps on order. But thank you for watching, and I will see you on my next video.